think photography is a way to see how other people see. And I think that's really interesting, is a good photo not only captures something interesting, but also captures the intent of the photographer. I started realizing I liked photography from a pretty young age. I would always admire food photos in magazines, the handouts you get from supermarkets. And I would always look through those and try to figure out why they would look so good. Oh man, this is so messy. All right. When I first joined the MIT Yearbook Club, you can just take photos, you can borrow their camera equipment. The only responsibility that you have is to submit the photos at the end of the year. It's very low commitment. You're not required to do work for the yearbook, as long as you take photos and constantly produce work. It's always nice to have a community that you can talk about photography, relate to, and improve from, and also help improve. It's been around since before MIT was called MIT. Back when MIT was still located in Boston, known as Boston Tech, they still had this exact type of student-run yearbook that was not associated with MIT administration. It has a lot of modern digital cameras up here, really high-end lenses, and then at the bottom we have a lot more film cameras. So you have the Nikon F3, you have Olympus, you have Konica. We have a huge collection of film, and I guess now they're considered obscure cameras, and that's just because we've been around for that long. Back when photography was just developing, we were around and really on the cutting edge of that. We're completely separate from MIT, and we don't get any funds from them. So we have to make sure that we sell enough yearbooks each year to fund next year's round of production.
So when I was editor-in-chief, I knew we were going with the found objects theme for the coming year. So I decided to make a found objects type of ceiling tile to commemorate that. Kind of like a transition from the previous year to the upcoming year. A yearbook should document things at MIT. So in order to cram as much context into the book as possible, we decided that the section headers would be actually photographs of objects that represented that section. So for example, life at MIT, we wanted to capture things that students would relate to, such as coffee, all sorts of campus activities. This is the journal section. The journal section contains news that happened throughout the 2015 calendar year. And in order to represent journalism in found objects, we went through everything that we use to record information. Our goal with these sections is that when you look back on this image in 10, 15 years, we're kind of reminded of how much things have changed or how little things have changed just because all the objects are here, kind of representing a snapshot to this journalism topic at the time.
Each of these images was a lot of effort, a lot of thinking into it. Overall, I think the end result was really good, and that's what makes it so memorable. For me, it's a way of self-expression, and when I look at other photos, I try to see what the artist, the photographer, was trying to show about themselves. Not just about the subject, not just about the light they're capturing, but the way in that they captured that light, that speaks more.